Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I am off of work. Hallelujah in the name! Hallelujah in the name! I am off of work, y'all. I had an amazing day doing nothing. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Child, let me try to adjust it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. Anyway, the side heifer go come out like maybe a minute after me, and I'm like, what's the point? Yeah, y'all, I'm just like, what's the point? Like, what? Why even come out if you're not actually gonna leave? She'll come out. Like, one day somebody had to stay over. I forgot if I told y'all or not, but anyway, hey, how you doing with your fine? Ooh, wait a minute, you make me want to bust a U-turn. Man was fine for no reason, waving at me. Don't do it. And he was chocolatey. Stop it! He had facial hair. It actually connected and everything. Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, like I was saying, the most random stuff be popping off, y'all. My bad. So, she was supposed to leave at the same time I left. She wasn't supposed to stay over. This heifer just decided to just lounge around in the parking lot for an hour and a half because she wanted to be bayed up with the married man. And I'm like, now, ma'am, this is just ignorant for no reason. You could have been at the house. It takes you like an hour to get home. Like, you're from the same area that one of my really good friends is from. Like, ma'am, I don't even know how deep it go for you, but I'm just saying, like, ma'am, there was no reason for you to sit in the parking lot, stand around the parking lot, go back and forth inside the building, because I know y'all, I know it take her about $100 and something to fill up her truck. So I'm like, ain't no way you running your truck and running the AC, if the AC even worked. Like, ain't no way. So anyway, this heifer ran out the door, and I'm like, you're still in the parking lot. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Like, she's still in the parking lot. He ain't even came out yet. Child, I'll just be like, you be doing the least for no reason. Anyway, so back to the amazingness, which was today. This is my first day back since Friday. I told y'all that I was going to call out Saturday, and I had already put in to be off on Sunday because I was going to a situation. I was going to an amazing function between today and Thursday before I have to go back to work again. I am going to tell y'all all about it. Oh my gosh, this was something I haven't done since I was at home, and I mean, it might have been a few years the last time I did it, when I was back home. Like, random stuff was popping off, and so I had became very busy and life was happening. So even though it was something that we religiously did every single year, it just got to a point we weren't getting together anymore like that anymore. But yeah, anyway, I can't wait to tell y'all about it. I have like little clips and everything that I'm gonna put at the end so y'all can see. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But anyway, yeah, I had a great day today. Y'all, tell me why the last hour of the day my hand decided to set it off. Now, this is the hand that got injured. And I mean, it was like, if I had to describe what it felt like a cramp and I guess you could say stiffness, some kind of way, all rolled into one, and it was hurting. And I'm like, man, and I mean, when I came in, I wasn't in my department or any other department. I was supposed to help do like the most hated task, which is fine. But for me, it's just gotten to the point where that's already a task that's like doing the most for me. Are you gonna get over or no? It's already a daunting task, if I'm gonna be realistic about it. Child, the sun is doing a lot. My bad. So it just got to a point where, oh yeah, let me show y'all why the light is still red. What I was looking like. Look, the sun was coming out at the function right, and you know, I was like this the entire time. I could see, there's no prescription in this, but I was able to see what I needed to see, and whenever I needed to see somebody in particular, I'll put my glasses back on. And then like when the nightfall came, I took them off, obviously, but because I'm not one of those people that believes in wearing sunglasses and it's nighttime. Like, for what? Like, I ain't got no issue with my eyes. I got dark circles, but I'm not finna sit up there and have no sunglasses on, shades, or whatever you want to call them, wearing them at nighttime. So yeah, but yeah, y'all, But yeah, my hand was setting it off. I was like, oh my gosh, why? And I was like, really? You gonna wait till the last hour of the day to show out like this? Why? Like, I was so through. So, I mean, when I tell y'all, usually I could kind of like do the little exercises that I did for the therapy and all of that. And I mean, I'm still doing it now out of habit because in all honesty, I really don't even experience pain like that until I get to work and have to do certain things. And then I am reminded, ma'am, you had an injury. And I'm like, I mean, I could be at home doing whatever. I mean, I be pushing, pulling, doing all kinds of stuff at the house, and none of that does anything to me. It's just when I come to work and do stuff, I just be like, why? But anyway, I took it easy. I did what I needed to do. I did everything I was supposed to do, and I did other stuff I didn't have to do. I actually could have went home early if I wanted to, but they told me that, you know, she was like, oh, well, you didn't sign the book, so I just went on ahead and scheduled you to come in. I said, okay, I'll come in. You know, I'm here. It is what it is. I'm only going to be missing one day from my check. Child, speaking of that, wait a minute. So I came back inside from my first break. Like, usually if my car ain't where I want it to be, or if I want to go out to my car because I want to open packages or something, or just get away because it's so stuffy and hot in there and whatever, and sometimes I don't want to be around people, I just come out to my car. So I came out to my car, moved it, because I got the, I mean, it don't even matter at this point, because the shift prior to us, there are so many people that I would be lucky if I were to get a decent parking spot. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I went and I moved my car, and then as I was coming back in, I spoke to somebody he's, you know, new, and he does the same thing I do. He's the guy I told y'all about. He really be struggling. Anyway, he stopped me and he was like, well, I ain't seen you in a while. And I was like, yeah, I had to take off, because if I wouldn't have taken off, something would have happened and it would have, you know, ruined the weekend for me. I didn't tell him why I was gone or whatever, but, you know, it is what it is. If had he asked, I would have. I don't have any problem with it. What is you doing that for? You about to cause an accident, sir? Child, these people ignorant around here, I swear. Anyway, so he was like, well, he mentioned somebody. I don't know who he's talking about. I have no idea who he's talking about. Somebody that's new. He said that the guy has been told not to come into work a few times, and it's already tough times. And I was like, oh, I know. Trust me, I definitely know that. Oh, I was about to go off. I was about to say, I know this car wash better be open. Membership, y'all, that just took out my account. Shoot. It ain't like it's Sunday. Sundays it opens an hour later. Otherwise, it's supposed to be open, and it ain't no holiday. I was about to go off. Anyway, so he was like, you know, they've been calling him off a lot, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. I understand. And it is messed up, but there's so many people here now that have set it off and hired everybody and their mama.
Please take your receipt.
They didn't need to do all of that. All they needed to really do was hire enough to cover just in case or whatever. But like now, y'all, next time I come in, either the next time I come in, which is tomorrow, and then I come back Friday, one of those 2 days, either Tuesday or Friday, I'm gonna come in. I think it's tomorrow. I think it starts tomorrow. We got 4 new people. Not the people who I've been telling y'all about. No, 4 new people. And I'm like, what is, we already got too many people as it is. Like, y'all is really trying it. Like, I'm like, why, baby? What's going on here? So yeah, he's like, well, I don't like this, and I didn't sign up for this. And I'm like, hey, in all honesty, before now, I've never had a fear of possibly being called and told not to come in. So I mean, I'm still not worried about it, because if it happened, when I tell y'all, a way has always been made for me whenever I haven't been able to be. Are you gonna look? Child, this man don't know what he's doing. I don't like people who don't know what they're doing, child. Y'all, my bad. He just here so he don't get fined. My bad. Anyway, because I had to watch him. He was just wasn't even paying attention what he was supposed to be doing. So anyway, I'm just like, I get it. This might be the first time I might have to wonder if I'm going to get all of my time. But in all honesty, I'm not worried about it. Because like I said, usually things work themselves out for me. Because I do still have bills. And it's not a situation where somebody is asked to give me some money or anything like that. Just stuff end up happening, like the most random stuff be popping up. Like for example, which is it's funny. I didn't even know if I was gonna remember to even tell y'all that this happened. So I went in the store yesterday before I went back to the laundromat because I wanted to go ahead and take the money out because I don't do anything outside of, card, paying with my card or whatever. And I was like, well, since I have to go and pay to get my clothes dry until they fix the wiring, I'm like, okay, let me just go get this money out because I'm going to keep forgetting. And they do have certain ones that take a card, but I got to be like super behind and got some other stuff going on if I opt into doing such a thing. I did it one time and I thought they tried me. It don't take me but $2.50 to dry my clothes, like bone dry. So I'm like, don't do this. So yeah, I was just like, ain't nobody got time for this foolishness. But I went in the store, and usually when I do that, I'll go get bananas or something like that I know I'm gonna actually use and need or whatever. I don't do like people get a pack of gum. I get some fruit or an item that I know I'm going to eat or drink. That's what I did. So I ended up getting a couple of bananas so that I can eat them or whatever. I still have apples and some peaches or whatever. Everything else has been washed and frozen or whatever. So, even though everything ain't all the way alkaline right now, I've been doing pretty good considering. And keep in mind, even when I went to the situation that I went to the function, all I had was 2 bottles of spring water. I didn't eat nothing. All that good, man. The people had margaritas. I was like, wait a minute, not the frozen margaritas. Oh my God. They had like big ones. Like they had sizes that it wouldn't have been too bad. But I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all know I live for a frozen margarita. Don't do this. Please don't do this. And they had vendors out there that I really would have said it was. And probably would have gotten 2 meals, like one from one person when I first got there. And then probably halfway through the function or close to the end, I probably would have went again to get something from somebody else. Because, they had all kinds of good barbecue. They had everything. They had a lot of variety. So, yeah. I'm actually surprised that I did so well when it came to that. But anyway. Oh, Lord. So, yeah. I'm just saying that I went in there to get cash back, and I done pulled my card out, and like I'm waiting on him to tell me the total, so I done just swiped my card and everything. Then the drawer opened and the thing just started printing off, and I'm like, wait a minute, something didn't sound. I didn't hear all the sounds I'm supposed to hear. I look at the screen is zeroed out. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? So then I was like, I was about to get cash back. Now, I have done stuff like this before. I don't know if this is the same thing that's going on right now, which is you buy a certain amount of stuff and then you end up getting back a certain amount of money that is used towards your next purchase or whatever. If that's what you want to do, it goes back to that card that is associated with, the store card, loyalty card, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I got some more bananas. I was like, okay, let me go get a couple more bananas because I'm gonna eat them. So went and got some more bananas. Tell me why I did it again. I was like, all right, now what? This done went too far. What is going on? So the person that checked me out that time, I told her, I said, look, I'm gonna come back through here one more time. I'm going to get 1 banana. And I just want to do what I need to do because all I'm trying to do is get some cash back. I just need to get a couple of dollars back. So I told her I'm not even going to put my phone number in like that's the only way, apparently. I was like, what is going on? Child, let me have been down to my last $2. Everything would have been sky high. I would have been having to choose between getting something to eat and getting out money for the laundromat, because I got to dry my clothes because of the ignorance that's going on with the situation at my place. It's like, come on now, you've been know about this for the longest. How dare you? But yeah, y'all. So I was just telling y'all that as a way for y'all to understand that, like, I'm always covered. Like, I'm covered. Like, even when other people might look at the situation and be like, golly, what's going on? Some kind of way, it just always be, stuff work out for me. It be working out. You know what I'm saying? I try to see the good in everything. Even when my friend was trying me, for those of y'all who saw my video where I was like, am I your friend or am I your personal ATM or chauffeur? Even with that situation, you know what I'm saying? I look at it as a situation where, like, long time ago, I would have just kept quiet and all this other stuff. I'm very outspoken now. Like, I mean, usually you have to push me to a certain level, like off the cliff at this point. Like, back in the day, you would have had to push me off the cliff for me to, you know, react. Usually I would have reacted and not even, you know, discussed it. It wouldn't have been nothing to discuss. I would have blown up, like, and I don't like that. I don't like to be in that space. So I was just like, no, I'm not harboring nothing in my heart. I'm not going to sit up here and just let stuff fester. I'm going to speak on it. Now, when it comes to certain parts of it, like I told y'all before, I'm like, oh, since you want to act dumb, I'm going to act dumb too. I'm going to act oblivious since you want to act like you don't know what's going on. We supposed to be friends. I'm going to act dumb. Let me just act dumb too, just like you. So, you know... But I tried to have an adult conversation, and, you know, he was just trying to act stupid, so whatever. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to be okay no matter what happens. I'm not worried about it. A lot of these people going to get weeded out. Like, the people who just came, the last batch of people, out of the ones that came, I am 100% positive about one in particular. Unless his ego gets ahead of him, he should be good. And I expect him to stay. Everybody else, nah. Even old boy who seemed like he liked me or whatever, I don't really see it, because he still be sitting up there forgetting to do the simplest task. I'd be like, I'll be under, like, all the time. Like, there are mistakes that happen from time to time, even to the best of us. But the stuff that they keep on forgetting to do, I'd be like, what is really going on in your mind? For you to just be like, oh, I forgot again. Oh, I forgot again. Like, and then they'll call me on the radio, because he has a one-track mind. If it's not directly in front of him, and even sometimes then, that don't matter. He ain't paying attention to it. In all of the departments, especially in my department, which, you know, coincidentally is his department. Why, Lord, I don't know. You have to constantly be looking around, because anything can change. Everything will be all right 1 second, then the next thing you know, everything to set it off. So I'm just saying. But he don't pay attention to nothing. Them people called me on the radio today. I ain't even over there. I ain't a breaker. Like, I'm a random person. I'm helping out. I'm tidying up. I'm making stuff up to do, because I was told that that's what I could do. And if I wanted to, I could go home as well. So I was like, nah, I'll just, you know, clean up, and I'll, you know, help out, and I'll break them out just to be nice, because again, it was something I didn't have to do. And I'm just like, what is going on? I ain't even over here. And the people calling on the radio because he ain't doing some stuff he's supposed to do. I'm like, now, sir, this don't make no sense. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna make it. The other dude still ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Y'all, I went over there to where he was at, which is the most hated department. And I was just trying to help out with certain things. Even though they had a breaker, he was missing in action, of course. But anyway, it was the end of the day. But I went over there to check on them, see what, you know, what they had going on, because everything was straight in my department. The side heifers department is not operational right now. It went down yesterday. I think it's gonna come up or be up tomorrow by the time we get to work. So at least on the schedule, it has everybody's department is gonna be running, and all it's gonna have at least 4 random people that's gonna start over there It's going to be training on our shift that is supposed to be on our shift, because they've been training with the initial stuff they're supposed to learn on the daytime shift or whatever you want to call it. They call it day shift. So anyway, not really looking forward to that, because you never know what you're going to get, because everybody has different personalities, and that is to be expected. But I don't know what it is. It just seems like with this particular industry that I've been working in, people are so, I don't even want to say weird, because I'm weird, but I'm the type of weird that people would like to gravitate to and towards or whatever. The weird that a lot of these people are, it's like, all right, now, I don't know if you're going to blow the building up. Like, I don't, woo. Like the woman who is not she antisocial. What did I tell y'all? She was socially awkward. She is as sweet as she can be, but when she gets angry, she tears stuff up. Like, she'll grab a pile of stuff and like beat it up against something because she's upset. And I'm like, ooh, like it's literally like night and day, and it's kind of scary. But I know I treat her well, and I mean, I'm not trying to do right by her just because of that. I always try to I'm gonna start off the way that I would like to be treated, which is just a natural thing to do, because it's like, why not treat people the way that you want to be treated? But you know what I'm saying, she is someone who I usually talk very gentle. I talk gentle to people, and once I get comfortable with you, I can gauge how you are and how your personality is, and then I can go from there and gauge as to whether or not I can take it up a couple of notches. Because as I've already told y'all before, there are people there who live for me to go off on them, and it's like that's the only way to put a fire up under them. But it's like they get a little smirk going, but they really be living for it. So it's like it's killing two birds with one stone for them. But I'm like, shoot, you ain't finna work the mule out of me. So I'm gonna say what needs to be said. I know you're not coming over on me. What is wrong with you? I cannot. Lord, y'all need to learn how to drive. Anyway, but yeah. Are you gonna get over or no? Child, I'm so glad I'm almost to the house. And see, this is the perfect reason why so many people stay wrecked out around here. But y'all, I forgot to start off with the sad news. Y'all probably, if y'all watch everything that I put up, y'all probably know a little bit about what it was. But before I get into that, like I said, I had a great day at work today. Didn't really have to do much of anything, but when I did kind of start trying to put some elbow grease into some things, so to speak, my hand started setting it off, and it's actually kind of hurting right now, but it's not like it was earlier. So anyway, to end this, I gotta end it on a sad note. Let me put it like that, a sad note. So while I was in the middle of recording my recap review yesterday on Love and Marriage DC, I was at the very end of the recap review, and this guy texted me, and he told me that someone at our job died. I was like, what? So when he explained to me who he was, I was like, oh no, because he's somebody who, like, whenever he goes on break, if he goes to break with anybody, that's the person he goes to break with. He was really cool with him. That guy was actually young. Like, he was in his early 20s, and his birthday was about to happen, like, very soon. And I was like, please tell me he ain't had no kids. And he didn't, so I'm like, well, at least that's somewhat of a silver lining, if you will. But he was in a bad car wreck. I'm scared to even look at the pictures and things of what the car looked like. I keep hearing terrible things about how it looked. So, yeah, it's just sad. People always said that he was so sweet and so nice and all of that. And he actually was working in the new department. He put in a bid to get a job over there, and his permanent position was something over there. So the fact that he actually started working at this place at the age of 18 up until this unfortunate incident happened to him, it speaks volumes. It's crazy though, y'all. So y'all be careful out there. I try to be careful. The only thing that really be messing me up is the dang deer and people who don't know how to drive. It's mainly the dumb people that don't know how to drive around here for me. So I just gotta watch out for them. Like the way, that's the way I was always taught. You gotta drive for yourself and everybody else, which is sad, but you know, it is what it is. I'd rather do that and come back home in one piece, and hopefully without a wrecked vehicle to boot. So yeah, y'all, I done made it to the house. I done took it to the house. I done made it to the house. Yes, sir. But anyway, if you get the reference, you get it. Anyway, I'm here. I'm about to go in here. I want to see if I can put the video up today about where I went. We're going to see. I don't know yet, though. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Stay cool. Be safe. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.